Independence Day is always an opportunity for Brazil's armed forces to put on a patriotic show in Rio de Janeiro and in hundreds of towns and cities across the country. But this year the authorities knew well in advance there was likely to be trouble. Anti-corruption and anti-government protesters had made it clear via social media sites their intention to disrupt the celebrations. In Rio, a relatively small but vocal group managed with considerable ease to advance on the official parade as it marched through the city centre. As some protesters threw rocks, riot police responded with tear gas and baton rounds, forcing some of those who'd been watching the parades from a grandstand to scatter.
The Brazilian government would have hoped that the protests, which began 2 months ago, might by now have dissipated. But here on the edge of the Independence Day celebrations, these demonstrators say their issues are still unresolved and very much alive.
There were protests across Brazil, but not on the scale or intensity of those that shocked the nation back in June. In the capital, Brasilia, about 1,000 demonstrators gathered in front of Congress ahead of an international football match in the city between Brazil and Australia. While mostly peaceful, those who took to the streets of the capital said corruption among Brazil's political classes was still rampant and that the government was doing little to challenge it. They're also angry at what they claim are the excesses being spent in hosting the World Cup and the Olympic Games, while social services suffer. Brazil's under-fire president, Dilma Rousseff, has admitted the country has urgent problems to overcome, but has denied her government is neglecting basic services at the expense of hosting high-profile global events. Wera Davis, BBC News, Rio de Janeiro.